Hi everyone, Joella here. Don't forget to like and subscribe down at the bottom. I'm driving to the store right now. Anxiety. Today, the word anxiety. So I was thinking about it, and because I was having a lot, not that I was personally having an anxiety attack or anything like that. I was doing an anxiety reflection. Because a friend of mine was going through some anxiety and didn't want to talk about why. And so I was sitting in my car as I was driving with the music playing. And sorry for not looking directly at you, but I am driving, so I have to keep my eyes on the road more. So I'm not trying to be indirect. But so I was sitting here driving and thinking about anxiety and how anxiety comes about within us and how it can overwhelm us and how it comes into play and why it's there. And I was going into the deeper reflection because of all the things that I've been working on myself with, and being able to have the conversations with some of my friends and my sister about different things and the tools that we accumulate and share and are given and utilize. And it kind of, as I was watching this person's body fill up with anxiety and everything, and like it was about to self-implode because of all the levels of emotions that he was going through. And I could feel the energy just vibrating off, and it was just like, that's what that felt like. Oh yeah, I haven't felt that in so long. Was my reflection. That was my first moment. I was like, wow, I haven't felt that in a really long time. And I was like, I was so grateful, so grateful for not going through that emotion anymore. Oh, my frame, it slipped. Okay, hopefully it'll still stay. Let's see. Can I do it? Yeah, I know. I need to get a new phone holder, but I keep putting it off. Because I make what I have work. Because that's the way I've always been taught. Get rid of the old, you make it work until it won't. And then you repair it, or then you replace it if you can't repair it. I'm not used to throwing things away just because they stop working for a second. Because usually if I have a conversation with a machine, it'll start working again anyway. Yeah. You're like, what? I'm like, it's all personal reflections. Personal opinions and emotions and how we respond to things and people and objects. Because we're all just matter. Difference between living matter and non-living matter. What really defines that? I don't know if I went to put the GPS in for the same Walmart as I went to before or not. But it felt like it should have only been 7 minutes away, not 12. Anyway, yeah, I don't know where I'm going. Oh, so anxiety. Yeah, it was interesting for all the emotions that I was going through as I was reflecting on that word within itself. My way to describe anxiety is like an overflooding of emotions that come into my body all at once from every direction. It's kind of like when I pick up on other people's vibes, and if I walk in a room and there's 1,000 people and I can feel everybody's vibe, and I'm just like, that's kind of how anxiety hits me. But defining between anxiety and empathic and just connective energies in itself. A flood of emotions. I remember when a friend of mine was recovering from, sorry, I'm flipping my shoes off my feet because they're kind of sticky. I was after he had a brain injury, and we hadn't seen each other in like 7 or 8 years. And so like the first couple of days we saw each other, he was super, super excited to see me. But then he started getting all these headaches again because memories started coming back, because I triggered memories. Just seeing me triggered his past memories to come back into his brain. So I really feel like this is taking me extra far away. I don't know where I'm going, but yeah. And it was like, it took almost, I want to say 4 months before like all the memories stopped flooding his brain. Because one day he'll wake up and he'll be like, oh, I've missed you so much. And then the next day he'll wake up and he'll be like, oh, I hate you. And I'm like, what did I do now? And he's like, oh, I just remembered something. And I'm like, oh, is that before or after? A, B, C, D. Because when you have a head injury, timelines get a little flipped sometimes. Yeah. I learned that from personal experience. Brain injury is an interesting thing. Both my husbands had them, and my best friend. Like, I didn't even think about that till not too long ago when I was talking to my sister about hers. And it was like, wait a minute, I'm surrounded by people with brain injuries. What the freak? But yeah, it was a thing at a time. So learning and understanding it was different. Okay, I think I don't know if this is the same Walmart I went to before or not, but I'll know once I cross the street. Oh, but yeah, I remember it took about 4 months for his memories to kind of normalize. So we'll see how things go. I don't know. It's interesting how attachments and how we allow ourselves to now, I know this might be kind of like brainwashing, but it's not brainwashing. We're educating ourselves, but sometimes when we don't want to educate ourselves, we'll brainwash ourselves with a new style or group or place or thing. That's why, like, in different programs they say it doesn't matter where you go, it doesn't matter who your friends are, it doesn't matter how you change your jobs, it's what's inside of you that needs to change. Because you can move and move and move and move, or you can coming into the parking lot is always the weirdest shit. See, if I pause it, I won't be able to display it. So you're just gonna have to deal with me. I know. Making a video while driving. I'm just parking. Oh. Yeah, anxiety reflections. They really get me hard. Yay. Now let's see if I can prop you up here. Kind of. Put it crooked. Alright, maybe here. Don't fall down. I almost had it. And park. Stay steady. I did it! My hands are free. It's a very hard, real traumatic thing when we go through the process. Through the work that I've been doing and letting go, because I can't even tell you how many times I thought I was going to have a heart attack from anxieties. But going through the process that I've been going through, let's see, we're still in September, so 9 months. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's gonna be my friend's birthday in a couple days. Rest in peace. Yeah, it's interesting. 2 of my longest standing clients, I just I just reminded myself they're both Libras like me. It's my best of my best. He is Libra. He was the yin to my yang. I was the female, he was the male of who we were. Anxiety. It brings you around full circle a lot. It makes you feel things that you don't want to feel. It's putting things in your face that you need to look at and deal with, that your body wants you to look at and deal with. Now, you attach these emotions to other people because those emotions come on more quickly when those people are in the room. We call that different energy connections. Now, there's different types of energy connections. My favorite energy connection is when someone I've never met walks into the room and I can turn around, smile at them, and give them a hug. That's my favorite energy connection. It happens more often than you think, if you allow it. And it gives you a better sense of self. Because, when you hug and you share love, love grows. Personal emotional attachments have been one of the biggest things that I've been working on for the past 9 months now. Yeah, 9 months. It hurts to know that so many people have attached their anxiety to me as a person, identifying me as their anxiety, instead of looking within themselves and saying, why am I having this anxiety when this person walks in the room? What is this person showing me? What is this person mirroring me about myself that I need to look at? Because that's what anxiety is. It's when something within yourself that you don't want to face, that you don't want to see, that comes up in front of you. And you're like, oh shit. Reality. I have to deal with this. You get anxiety because you don't want to deal with it. Because you want to stay in your fantasy. Perceptions of the way we look at ourselves and perceptions of the way we look at the world. What we want to identify with, what we don't want to identify with. What identifies with us. We can say one thing to another thing, but things are going to come up because there's certain connective energies. It's just the way life is. Don't let your fears rule your life. Face your fears, and love grows. That's all I gotta say. I love you. love me, and you love you, and I'll do me, and you do you, and we'll be good. Yay! Have an amazing grand rising, you beautiful souls. I gotta get some strawberries.